All right, Gemini, welcome to your weekly Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is going to be for the 14th through the 20th of December. My name is Athen, and this is for Sidereal Astrology. If you are new to this type of astrology, do check the description down below. All right, Gemini, so a easier week to work with than it has been these first couple weeks of December. We've had Mars forming that T-square up to Uranus and Pluto. It's been very transformative for us. But now the energies lift a little bit. Venus goes into dignity in Libra, which is nice. But your ruler is going to be forming that T-square over the weekend. So I think as the week unfolds, there is transformations and changing with you, which I'll talk about. But generally, especially with your drive and your motivations, for all of us collectively, it is an easier week to work with. So let's go and look at the transit graph for you. Right at the beginning of the week on Monday, we do have the Sun squaring up to Jupiter. So this is quite optimistic, and this has been a Jupiter in your third house of communications, of socializing. So it's a good week or early part of the week to maybe do some of that socializing, maybe some of that learning, some writing, some communicating, all of that stuff which has been expanding for you at the moment, or at least what you're learning quite a bit about, and how to bring that into maybe the work, maybe the health, the diet, the daily routines, which has been all this new lunar energy, lunar cycle energy with the last new moon in your sixth house, because this whole cycle is about self-improvement, getting things right, getting your time management, your energy management in order, etc. And maybe even new beginnings with the work sphere for a lot of you. So that's a good opening to the week, good optimism there to be brought into that sector. And Mercury does sextile up to Neptune, so it could be an easygoing week. I mean, Mercury's your ruler, and Mercury has shifted into your seventh house. So I think the area is certainly in regards to relationships right now at the moment for a lot of you. And although that's going to be transforming and changing later in the week, here on Monday could be quite easy going involving that, and just for you in general. And sextiles are all about openings. They're just easy to work with, and could be easy around home and family and your health, and maybe the emotional aspects of life as well. So then as we go to the middle of the week, here around Thursday, we do have Venus sextiling up to Pluto. So this is going to be that Venus who's shifting into Libra, which is your fifth house, a much better placement for Venus to be in. So maybe things relating to your self-expression become easier, more enjoyable. Venus out of Virgo, and she rules that fifth house of yours. And maybe the spiritual aspects of life, more relaxation, just feeling good. Maybe there's just, you're getting more rest, or there's more intuition, or whatever it might be, more presence. But enjoy those interests. Certainly the shift where you can enjoy the hobbies, the interests, the pursuits that you might be passionate about, or that are close to the heart with that fifth house. And through that self-expression, you can really connect too. So that's that part. And then here on Friday, we do have the Sun squaring up to the North Node. So here it's about integration. And the integration is really about the shift with the North Node now going into your third house in 2016. Which there's quite a bit to learn about. It has been a time over the past 2.5 years for home, family, getting that taken care of, whatever it's been. And now with the shift into your third house, it's going into more of the social, communicative, learning, reading, writing, sharing aspect of the chart, which is really your house. So it's a great later part of the week to do those things and to work with it, though, constructively, to express yourself in those areas. And I think just naturally it will unfold in that fashion. And I think it's really about integrating that creative self-expression which you have of Leo, of your third house, and implementing it into your work, and bridging the gap between those two areas. So then as we go into the weekend, we do have then this T-square I was talking about between Mercury, your ruler, and Pluto and Uranus. So here you guys are transforming at the end of the week. There's a lot of changes happening. I think a lot of it has to do with you guys drawing your line in the sand, maybe with relationships, doing what's right. And this is what's right for you, as well as what's right for the those you're involved with in those relationships. Because what's really right for you is what's right for the relationship. Not anything that's right for you is right for the relationship, but what actually is right for both. And so, it's good to see that, and also really ultimately change your perspective on relationships in general. Be open to that, because there is that shift happening later in the week. And you might feel like there's something pulling you and prompting you to make some liberating changes when it comes to your career or your work life with Uranus in that 10th house. There's something to listen to with that. But keep it nice and grounded. Be open to change. See it in the long term. Take it nice and slow. And, by the end of this going into next week, you guys will be transformed. Mercury's a very fast mover, so it'll just fly through this area. And, as a result, you guys are, I think, much deeper. You have that greater understanding about relationships, about depth and honesty and openness and compassion, with relationships, but also doing the right thing, and freedom in relationships as well. And with you, just so you can be your true self with Uranus. So that's that. And then Venus does trine up to Chiron here over the weekend also. So when it comes to that self-expression, could be quite healing, could be quite good. In fact, easy going with that energy. And I think just naturally as a result, you could be feeling quite rejuvenated when it comes to these new connections you might be forming with your interests or hobbies or self-expression. All right, Gemini, so have a great week. I want to thank you all very much for all of your support. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I'll see you guys all next time. Take care.